We're going to attempt to do a part 2 to the message yesterday about someone's partner who's going through a spiritual awakening and them hiding something. Okay. Fig, yesterday's coffee, goat, and chimes. The energy for this reading is a lot lower than it was last night. This message is all about how this person, I do think, had like a touch with spirit. Like, I don't know, it's like they had a moment of mindfulness where they were just chilling, they were doing something for themselves, and then all of a sudden they had a kind of realization, and it's kind of like a download, right? So like if you're a spiritual person, me as a medium and as a guide for you guys, I get spiritual downloads, right? So that's kind of what it feels like, that big like God shedding some light on something for this person. Now let's pull some cards. Let's get a little bit more about the message from yesterday. Okay, so yeah, the energy has really leveled out. We have the King of Wands, which did come out yesterday. I also have the Fool here. So I'm just gonna tell you, listen, this person, I don't know what you did. The collective that I'm reading to is holding space for someone. You know, we also have the Fool here, which came out yesterday. The collective that I'm reading to is holding space for someone's awakening, someone's new beginning, someone like the new version of themselves that's kind of moving forward from this breaking down that I'm feeling that does happen in a spiritual awakening, but I'm really feeling in the energy here. So whoever you are, you're holding, this is a sacred duty. You're holding space for this. That's why the message yesterday was like, be cool, right? Because whatever it is that they're hiding, and somebody said it in the comments, and I really appreciate it. Like, it's one of those, this person just needs to be loved type of things. I will pull again on what exactly they're hiding, but this is what came out right away. Oh, I have the Queen of Wands here as well. So this is beautiful complementary energy. Whatever it is that they are kind of letting go of, which Six of Cups at the bottom of the deck and Death, yeah. Whatever it is that they are like letting go of, this past version of themselves, this pattern of behavior, this, like, needless to say, very integral to who they thought they were. This is someone who really held tight to an image that it had something to do with the way that they show up in the relationship. Like, they didn't show up for you as the authentic version of themselves. They didn't show up for you in a kind of divinity. They're not at your level, essentially. They needed to, in order for this relationship to be sustainable, they had to go through this breaking down. They had to go through this spiritual, like, enlightenment type of moment. Okay, so whoever I'm reading for, you had, like, I'm hearing like a divine touch, right? You had, like, you are the judgment card, right? You usher that in. And if you're anything like me, like, we're karma. Yeah, you might be karma, okay? You might be an embodiment of other people's karma, okay? There are some people who, and I feel like much of this is my collective, much of my collective is made up of these types of people who, like, we just kind of, like, we enter, like, we bring the karma, we bring the pain, like, we just enter people's lives and then towers start falling, and it's just the effect that you have on people. So this person is feeling the effect of your divine presence, right? So let's see if I can get a little bit more about what they might be keeping from you. Though, again, this energy has really, like, leveled out. Okay, so hang on. First card, that's Judgment. Okay, what are they keeping from you? I do have the Three of Cups in reverse, okay? So again, this could have been, Three of Cups in reverse refers to a lot of things, okay? One of the things that came up yesterday was like a language, right? This could be a conversation that they had with someone or whatever, but it had something to do with something that they didn't quite understand. Okay, so maybe a conversation that they had a while ago about the relationship or their conduct. Like maybe someone, this is what I'm getting, that whoever they had a conversation, this is just a possibility, okay? Don't take it as doctrine. That whoever they maybe had a conversation with in the past, for example, was telling them about what would be helpful for them in this relationship, how they should be showing up, right? Behaviors or patterns or whatever that they should shed. And it didn't quite dawn on them at the time, like that information finally integrated, right? Or videos that you had been sending them about divine feminine and masculine and the relationship, you know, having a spiritually balanced relationship. Maybe those, it finally set in and they're like, oh my God. Like the Three of Cups it references a lot of things, okay? So this could be conversations about you, or including you that happened outside of you, a little bit gossipy, but it could be something like that. It could be that they had a conversation with old girl down the way that they know they shouldn't be having a conversation with. It could also be that they maybe partook in a little when they shouldn't have, or they, you know, when they shouldn't have, and then they had a moment of reflection. Okay, this is not necessarily a third party. Queen of Swords, 10 of Pentacles, 7 of Swords in reverse, 4 of Pentacles. I also have the Tower in reverse here, 3 of Swords, 9 of Pentacles, Page of Wands in reverse. I don't know if I said 4 of Pentacles. What's on the bottom of the deck? Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, okay. So what they realized, part of what they realized is that I'm hearing I've been doing it wrong. I'm hearing I've done it wrong. I'm hearing I need to, like a redo is what I'm hearing. And this really hurt. This really hurt them. And they see you, I think that they're a little bit intimidated by you. And that's why we have like the Tower in reverse here. It's like they're intimidated by you, but they also know that you stand on business, that you will not accept less than and they've been providing less, right? They have not been showing up in that which you deserve, in that which you command, right? So this is someone who had a realization of basically of their own nasty, right? And I think again, like it came through in like a way that was so powerful, right? That it shook them, like it rocked them, okay? And you must have felt it. The reason they're keeping it from you, I'm hearing, is because they're embarrassed. Like I'm hearing the word mortified, okay? I want to know what you can expect going forward. I'm gonna, hang on. Okay, so a few things here. I do have the Tower right here. Chose a different deck for this one. But it's kind of, I'm hearing if you choose, it depends on how you approach this, okay? It depends on how you handle it. What I see changing going forward, yeah, okay, so the Chariot. So they're going to move forward with a kind of pride I can see here. There's something about like this is not going to be perfect, essentially. They're going to make a few more mistakes here. I'm seeing this person being proud of themselves for like their little wins, the ways that they show up, and like they know that they did the right thing and they want your approval, okay? So this is asking you to really be gracious and generous with your acknowledgement and patient, right? Patient. This is someone who I feel like they had like a stunted growth. I'm gonna get some advice for you. Like their growth was stunted, and they didn't quite understand, you know, what, like they were held back somewhere. So your advice, get out of your head about this. Your advice is literally get out of your head, okay? You're not gonna, this relationship is not going to be picture perfect all the time. Okay, you need to let some things go and just allow things to move. Like you need to be more focused on yourself, essentially. You need to kind of move out of concern for what this, I'm gonna run out of time, for what this person's got going on. Focus on yourself, Okay, they're going to make some more mistakes. We're all going to make more mistakes. Be generous in your grace and your patience and understanding with yourself first so that you can extend it to this person. Good luck.